The Champions League is back. We now know the groups and, of course, the clubs that make up the groups for this year's competition. In this video, we're going to predict my early door outcomes, my predictions for Group D. Just 1 second. If you're new, where you been, smash your subscribe button back to all things Champions League related, Blackburn Rovers related, world football related. We got it all here, boys. Over the next few days, of course, we're going to preview each and every one of the groups in all the European competitions. And of course, in this video, we're going to take a look at the Champions League. That's right. We're going to predict who I think will make it through as group winners and who will join them as runners-up. We'll get into it. Of course, big shout out to my VIPs. They are the patrons. You know who you are. But without further ado, let's get into it. Alrighty, let's get into it. Of course, take a look at the next one. That's, of course, Group D, of course, over in this year's Champions League. Of course, here are those clubs. We're going to start with Benfica at the tip of the top of the shop there, of course. Then we have Internazionale out of Italy. We have Red Bull Salzburg. And, of course, over in Spain, we have Real Sociedad. Those are the clubs. These are the games. Of course, let's get into it and have a little look at it then, shall we? Now, these are short, sharp prediction videos. My early door gut feeling here. We, of course, will have our own predictions match day by match day right here on the channel. So make sure you subscribe, thumbs up, hit the little bell. So here we go. Let's kick it all off with a quick look at the opening day. It will be Sociedad. It will be Inter. It'll be over in Spain. Before we jump into it, I want to say it is quite tight, this one. You don't know. I think you're leaning towards Internazionale, but for me, I think this might be, there might be some banana skins in this group. And of course, we're going to start with this first one, Sociedad. I guess it's over in Spain. Of course, I do anticipate a tough one, tight one, close one, 1-1 in the end. And of course, 2 points drop, you would imagine, for Sociedad. If they really want to get out of the group, you got to be winning your home games and of course, trying to get something from your away games. And that's what Internazionale have done in opening day in my eyes. Meanwhile, Benfica, these are the guys. Watch out for these guys up against Salzburg. Dominatrix, you would imagine. 2-1 win for Benfica. Opening day win. Not the most impressive, but let's get those wheels rolling and see just how far this Portuguese juggernaut can go this year. Salzburg will host Sociedad over in Austria. Of course, that's match number 2. That's, of course, on the 3rd of October. Tight game. Going to go with Salzburg on this one. Sociedad are my Spanish team, though, so I really want them to do well. I just think they're a lot weaker this year than last year, so I don't think they're going to be too much of a competitor for this group. They might squeeze in. But again, just the 1 point for the first 2 games is not great. Meanwhile, Inter will host Benfica over in Milan. It's going to be a tight one. It's going to be another tight one, another draw for Inter. So really, advantage Benfica, of course, at this stage. Match number 2 gone. Benfica 4 points, Salzburg with 3, Inter with 2, and Sociedad with just the 1. So they're bottom of the pile right here, right now. So we've got to move up the chains here, guys. Inter will then host Salzburg in match number 3 as we break the back of it here, of course, and Inter will win to continue their unbeaten start to the campaign right here, right now. 5 points on the docket. They're looking pretty good. And of course, Benfica will do business against Sociedad. 2-0 win for them as well. Sociedad are in free fall as we enter the midway stage, of course. So driving seat has now been flip-flopped with Inter in command. Benfica not too far away. And of course, Salzburg still in the mixer as well as we go into match day number 4. That's of course on the 8th of November. Sociedad host Benfica. It will be a draw. Benfica still looking difficult to beat here, especially on the road. They're getting points at the big boys. Inter, Sociedad, they'll still have to play Salzburg at their gaff, I believe, according to my eyes. Yeah, that will wrap up that one. Meanwhile, Salzburg will host Inter in this match, of course, and it'll be a 1-1 draw as well. Difficult place to go. Inter not that clinical away from home, but still unbeaten as well, just like Benfica grinding out the results. So it looks like Inter, Benfica are going to have to duke it out for the top spot, or at least the Champions League spots, with Salzburg really having to pull it out of the bag in the last couple of games. Meanwhile, Benfica will host Inter. It'll be in Portugal. It'll be match number 5. It'll be the 29th of November, and it'll be a 2-1 win for Benfica. Oh my gosh, which way is this going to go? I have no idea. 2-1 win for them. They're in the command heading into the final match day. And of course, Sociedad will host Salzburg, where finally Sociedad will get a result, which probably will dent Salzburg's ambitions to get into the group stages, out of the group stages, into the knockouts we go. So as it stands, it is very, very much in the air. Benfica, Inter, possibly Salzburg, still outsiders. But of course, it is the final match day. It's the 12th of the 12th. That's of course Christmas time build up. Inter will of course pick up a win over Sociedad. Will put them probably bottom of the pile here, guys. And Salzburg squeaking in a 1-1 draw against Benfica, which of course will probably end their hopes and put Benfica in command. So, quick look at the bookies odds for this one then. In Group D, we have 5-4 on is your Inter Milan. They are red hot favourites. 12-5 is your Benfica. They're second favourites. Sociedad 5-4 to be finishing third. And Salzburg 3-1. They are fourth favourites and underdogs. But in my eyes, Sociedad will be bottom of the pile, but they'll be level. They'll be a level on points with, of course, Salzburg with 5 points on them. So not good enough for either of the two sides to break into the power two. And of course, goal difference separating third from fourth. Salzburg will crash through to the Europa League. Sociedad will be out. Second spot, I do have Inter. Wow, my first shocker really of these predictions. They are going through as second place with Benfica squeaking through, unbeaten. Of course, 12 points on the board. Not too shabby indeed. That's, of course, my gut feeling. Let me know your gut feeling down below. Well, there you have it, folks. There you bloody have it. Do you agree or do you disagree with my predictions for the Champions League group? Of course, let me know down below. And, of course, make sure you stick around for the channel, your one-stop shop for Champions League. Make sure you smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe. We're going to be there each and every match day, of course, predicting them with our own interactive prediction league. I'm not sure how we're going to do it, but of course there are many options out there, so we'll take a look at them. And of course I want you to be part of it. They're going to be free, so don't worry about it. We'll figure it out one way or another. But of course, make sure you let me know down below who you think will come through this group right here, right now. But until then, subscribe, thumbs up, and of course I'll catch you later for the actual match days. Until then, we're done.